When last we left off, our adventurers had taken on the responsibilities of Force Grey and being members therein. And their first assignment was to deal with the looming threat in Waterdeep Bay that they had already come across. And so, diving down into the cave once more, they found even more disturbing fish and other aquatic life that seemingly had been corrupted. Dealing with it, and eventually dealing with the large, imposing shark in a absolute trance. They proceeded forward into the cave, discovering a sort of ebb and flow in the ethereal, in the border ethereal, thanks to one see invisibility spell, and eventually made their way towards the actual lair, or former lair, I should say, of the dragon. Once therein, they found strange pools of blood that attacked them once they started to investigate. And after a surprisingly harrowing fight, at least surprisingly to me, they succeeded and found their way into the dragon's hoard, where they have found quite the bounty. And that is where we pick up. So, you've all found a king's bounty of magical items and money. What do you do?
Imagine how much food we can get with all this.
Yeah, that would be a lot of food.
Oh,
We might be able to buy our own restaurant with this.
Can really get that bakery business going.
Shelby would have liked that. Hmm.
It makes me wonder. Oh, we haven't checked in on our building. We can never winter. Hopefully the pigeons are running it by now.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably just buried under a thick layer of droppings at this point. We didn't exactly leave on good terms with them.
Not so much. We forgot about something for them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Can the carpenter friend do that for us?
Oh, that's right, he did finish building the coop for them. Never mind, I'm sure we're fine.
Things settle down. We should check back that place.
Yeah. When things settle down. Anyway, for now, I guess we just wipe some blood away.
Is everyone okay to keep going? Head back.
You see, like, part of Veritas' arm, like, he's kind of, like, holding it as it's, like, trying, like, falling or, like, melting a little bit, trying to keep it firm.
Yes, we should leave.
Yeah,
Probably not a good idea to rest here.
yeah, that silly weed isn't permanent after all. How long does that last?
Did you ask?
Oh
We did.
god.
We didn't.
Also, your scene visibility is still up, correct, Eve?
It should be, yeah.
Alright. Eve, you watch on the ethereal plane that you can glimpse into a slight shifting in the mist. Back on that island.
Oh god. Guys! Kind of like gestures to everyone and points back toward it. I just saw something moving in the ethereal plane over there. Again.
Should we try and like sneak over and check it out?
Bobby, I need to patch myself up. Give me a second.
Um, Veritas is going to cast. Actually, this is a question for you, Max. We leveled up. Do we have our 5th level spell slot?
Do you or do you not?
This doesn't really come up a whole lot, but
It doesn't. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Everyone who has a 5th level spell slot, do so.
13.
Nope.
9.
Veritas, you are the only one able to muster that up at the moment. DC was 10.
Okay. And it wasn't going to be anything too crazy as he casts the 6th level false life on himself.
Just a crap ton of temp HP.
And he is doubling the duration of it to 2 hours using 1 spell slot or 1
Sorcery point.
sorcery point.
Alright
Yes.
then. Eve, as you peer into the gloom of the ethereal plane, you see as the mist flows and almost seems to disappear in a spot. And you realize that this is something you've seen before. A hole in the ethereal plane is forming.
It's him. He's coming.
Do we want to run away? I'll be here for when he comes.
In theory, he shouldn't be able to touch us, but. It might be too late.
As you say that, you see a white hand grip the outside of the hole. In fact, you all see a white hand just sort of pierce through the veil. And eventually, the full form of Stillhavity is here. At first, he pays you no mind, instead looking at the surroundings. Disappointing.
Veritas. You see as he's on the verge of casting spell, the little darts of those little rays of fire that he does, kind of like slight glow as he's kind of holding back.
All right. Bosch, did you just move there after Still Happy appeared?
Yeah, didn't get a clear answer on whether we're going to try to sneak away, so Bosch was slowly moving towards the exit.
I will say that this area around the island is water,
Yes.
so you would be splashing in water.
Um, uh,
As this is,
Sneakily.
yeah, right here is land. So if you want to try and stealth, I'll let you make a stealth roll. And because you have a swim speed, I won't give you disadvantage. But you're exhausted, so you got it anyway. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I thought we were just trying to leave, so I'm not even
You're not even gonna roll?
stealthing. No.
Alright. Then as you start to swim away, the splashing and rippling of water kind of gets his attention as he looks up towards you and then eventually towards the rest of you. Ah. I see you found this place and already dealt with my creations here. I'd really hope.
Another half. Go ahead.
I had really hoped to have revealed them at the party, but I guess not. Oh well.
You bastard. Where are they?
Oh? Where who? He gets a
Where?
wry smile on his face.
Where are my children?
Oh. My child, they are safe. For now. Don't worry. You'll see them soon, but they're not ready yet. Although truly, if you want to find them, we've already seen where they are. Well, one of you has. And Veritas, you can see that he is looking past you.
Veritas looks back at Gaz and Chelavi.
Oz points at Chelavi.
Chelavi says, if I knew where they were, I would have told you.
Does Still Happy even have line of sight on Chelavi? Or just Gaz from that angle?
That's it.
Well, never mind.
Veritas quickly turns back, though. I will get them back from you.
I hope you do. After all, a parent should be involved in his children's raising. Well,
Would say Bosch's eye would twitch there.
Oh,
well, whilst I am mildly disappointed by your actions here today, don't think that this changes anything for what's to come.
And don't think that we're going to stop here. Still heavy.
He kind of
I will kill.
he kind of cocks an eyebrow at that.
Veritas pointing at him. I will kill you.
Good luck with that. And Stohavity is going to turn away, and Eve, you'll be the only one that fully sees this as he walks into the ethereal and begins to step through the hole, looks back at you, making full eye contact with you, and just gives a chuckle to himself and disappears through the hole.
Veritas kind of leans on the side of the rock. Okay.
Almost forgotten how much of an asshole that guy is.
yeah, he is repulsive, isn't he?
He needs to die.
He will. We just have to get there.
You're right there, sister. Yeah. Let's get out of here before anything else happens.
All right.
Yeah.
You all dive into the water and slowly make your way out through the tunnels. You notice as you swim through that the gloom has seemed to have lifted, as it no longer seems to be almost the oppressive nature it was once before. Still somber, but eventually you make your way out of the cave and up to the surface.
Is the ship still there?
It is in fact still there.
How many fish did Skinny Pete catch?
You see on board a big tuna.
Ooh.
Ah, well, there you are. I was wondering when you guys will be coming back.
Yep. We're here. We're done with our fishing for the day. Looks like you got the haul as well.
There I did.
Well, you'll be happy to know that no more dangers in these waters. It's all taken care of. So we are all good, and you don't have to worry.
As if anything was dangerous to old Skinny Pete here in these waters. I know him like the back of my hand, And as he looks at the back of his hand, you can see that there is a fish that is attached to his hand, kind of trying to eat it. Hey, get along, rascal.
When he
What?
mentions nothing dangerous, the heavily bleeding Eve just kind of gives a slow look around at everyone else in the party before looking back at him.
Yeah, you would see Veritas just sitting down at the edge of the deck of the ship and looking back down at the water. What time is it?
Considering that you went first thing in the morning to see Blackstaff and then came here right after that, I would say that it is probably just past noon. So you still have a good portion of the day left.
There's something that's bothering me.
Huh?
What is it, buddy?
Still haven't. He said he was going to crash the party, right?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. He said, see you at the party. What party? Wait a second. It's not still, what is it, Bright Swords?
No, that I believe was yesterday,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Right.
Pretty sure.
Are there any other, like, Waterdavian cultural parties that are imminent?
There sure is. Your favorite, Eve.
Oh no.
I don't remember what that was.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up and make sure I don't mess this up. Okay, yes. The Day of Wonders.
Oh, shit. When is it?
In about 8 days.
Say, what is Gaz's lowest point been?
Like ever, or
It's been counting down.
Oh, shit.
yeah, the one that got changed before was a 9. Today's got bumped down to an 8.
Huh?
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
That's
Well, yeah.
not correlation. That
Well, that's great. That means that when shit goes down, you're gonna have a 0 points to throw at somebody.
they seem rather unamused.
But yeah, no. When Veritas mentioned that, you just see the gears turning in Eve's brain as she's going through, and just suddenly her eyes widen. Oh no.
What is it, Eve?
Sure hope he's not talking about what I think he might be talking about. So, you know how there was this big holiday the other day here in Waterdeep?
Yeah, the Swordy Festival?
Yeah, Bright Sword. The military parade. So there's another one coming up. One that I particularly love. The Day of Wonders. It's this big festival celebrating. Now I'm worried because I don't remember entirely, but it's like a people presenting things that are new and innovative and exciting and magical and things like that, isn't it?
Less magical and more mechanical. It is
Right.
specifically it is a big day of worship for those that worship Gondar.
Hmm.
So
Oh dear.
so usually there's like, various different constructs
Oh
or
no.
other mechanical inventions.
Oh no.
Shite. Yeah, yeah. There are a bunch of. It's like inventions of the mechanical kind that are paraded around and displayed, and people can ooh and ah at them, and it's very creative and impressive. And that means there are going to be lots and lots of objects that are ripe for the possessing, I guess. And it's 8 days from today.
That's not good. We have to go to the. We have to tell the. We have to tell them about it.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
I don't think they're gonna cancel it or anything. This is a massive deal in Waterdeep, and also a religious festival. So to just say never mind, they're not gonna do that. But we can at least warn them so they have their security up. And it's good at least that we know around when and where this is going to happen, because that means that we will be there and we will be ready.
If it's like a religious thing, maybe the people who follow that one god can do something about it. If they were worshiping how that stuff is so great, that makes sense.
Maybe, yeah, if they
Not
heard
gonna
that.
want to. They don't want to see their stuff hurting people.
Right.
We suppose we could bring this information to the authorities.
Aren't we authorities now?
I mean, kinda.
Yes. But we're not as much the kind that could convince an entire priesthood that their special day is going to get rained on.
Yeah. Well, either way, we need to go back to Blackstaff Tower to drop off these samples. So, seems like as good a place as any to start making our warning heard.
I mean, at some point, I think I'm supposed to talk to Ornax, but he kind of said, we could try to contact him, but probably wouldn't be able to.
Well, that's not very helpful.
I know, right? I mean, we found him at the Temple of Bahamut, so we could go and we didn't find him; he found us. So yeah, there's that. Try hanging around there and see if somebody. It wasn't even his temple; it was a temple for everybody. Oh.
So many messes.
They'll try. Probably good to wander around the temple and just talk to just anybody. It's like it was the temple for all the gods.
Right. How long is the boat ride back to shore?
Well, given that actually it's past noon, the harbor is all abuzz in activity, so it'll actually take you a little bit longer. I'd say about an hour,
Oh, good.
so you may take a short rest.
Yay.
That.
Hooray for traffic.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but short rests do not get rid of temporary hit points.
They do not. You would still have an hour on your spell, but you may roll hit dice, and of course,
Then along the ride, Eve will play a song of rest as well on her viol that she can now play again rather than her penny whistle.
All right. And I sure love rolling hit dice.
Damn it! I always roll the dice and do it without pressing the take short rest button, and then it doesn't show that I rolled them on the thing.
A d6 of healing.
I think it's just an extra hit die.
no. It is a specific die determined by
Oh.
your level, Eve.
Oh, okay, let me check.
I feel like it should be a D8 at this point.
It is a D8.
That's what I thought.
D8. 7 points.
Very nice.
Wait, no, I hit damage. No, not that one.
And of course, on a short rest, you may attune to any items that you wish to attune to.
He.
I have to say, I am sorry, my sticky web, my stick of webs, sticky stick.
Ugh.
Veritas, can you remind me where you got your stick of good luck?
Yes, the stick of good luck was given to me by the very friendly satyr that we rescued from, I believe it was the first hag of that coven in the Feywild.
Bavalorna.
Bavalorna. And he gave it to me as a gift.
Gotcha.
And you told me that it was a good luck stone that did not require attunement.
That is correct.
I just have it in the attunement slot because that's the only way it adds in the actual thing.
Just give me one moment. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Go ahead and refresh your sheet.
Oh?
Sounds ominous.
So now it's
Now-
just working.
Yeah, now it doesn't actually require attunement. I don't know why I didn't do that before.
Thank you very much.
In hindsight, it was the easiest thing in the world to do. Easier than fixing Bosch's lance.
Which is also appreciated.
Which, by the way, Bosch, you should also refresh your sheet.
Huh. Okay. What does it mean?
What does it mean, indeed? In any case, you all take the boat ride to kind of patch yourself up and rest a little bit as Skinny Pete finally pulls into one of the smaller docks. Well, here you are.
Thank you, Skinny Pete. I'll never forget you.
Who are you?
I'm Veritas.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Enjoy that tuna.
Insight check.
Bruh.
Go ahead, roll an insight check.
Oh god.
He totally wasn't, just kidding.
This man is an enigma.
Head empty.
Well, off with you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Pete.
I got more fishes to catch. Hee hee. Jumps in the boat and heads out.
Okay. Where to first? Blackstaff Tower?
Huh?
Oh, wait a
This is
second.
important, yeah.
Eve is going to quickly double check, remembering how some of the sharks dissolved when they died. She's just gonna reach into her pockets and double check to make sure that her samples are still intact.
You reach in to grab your vials and find that they are empty.
Shite.
We know what it was. I know exactly what was causing what was happening to them.
Okay. Did we discussed this, right?
Yeah. From touching the blood, Veritas could tell that it was a mixture of Stilhavides.
And dragons, right.
Yes.
Right. That's true. Okay. No samples, unfortunately, but yes, let's go make our report and we can let her know exactly what we're dealing with here.
All right. Onward.
All right. Heading to...
Moving through the busy crowd.
All right. And heading to Blackstaff Tower, I heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, shite. Are we just gonna be able to walk back in now?
You make your way back to the tower, heading across the city, and you find yourself in front of that gatehouse once again. You walk up.
Did she give us some sort of anything to identify us as members of Force Grey?
Veritas holds up the star stick.
Actually, I believe she actually did give you badges of some kind.
Veritas still raises up the star stick.
Eve will raise up her badge
Let us in!
just behind him.
The guard looks up from his magazine, presses a button, and the gate opens and goes back to his magazine.
Eve quickly stows her badge away and gives a thumbs up to Veritas. Good job.
Yeah.
Easy. We head on in.
All right.
Ah.
Heading on,
Triumphantly.
heading on in, and presumably heading up the same way that you first arrived here. You eventually find yourself once again in front of the Lady Blackstaff's office.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
The door opens a little bit. You may come in.
Hello again, Lady Blackstaff, it's us.
Ah,
We got info.
I must say, that is far quicker than I thought you would be. How's it?
Yeah, well, we try not to dilly-dally when it's urgent. You'll be happy to know that the threat has been taken care of down there. Veritas can tell you more about what we were facing. Glances over toward him.
You see that after like a few coughs, going straight into serious mode, we found that it was a creation that still had to be made, a mixture of his own blood and that of a dragon's, causing the sea life around to mutate and become creatures that resemble the far plane. And the blood itself was monstrous and almost killed a few of us, but we persevered. There was no sign of the dragon, and we did see Stillhavity after we took care of his experiment.
I know, on the plus side, after we cleared out the area, noticed that the whole... I mean, when we'd gone in there, it felt weird, kind of with this slippery, misty, kind of mucus water. And after we took care of stuff, it back to normal. So, I'm pretty sure whatever he did to that area, we took care of all of it. I don't know if it means that he doesn't have any more of that blood mixture, though.
Well, I am glad to hear that the situation has been swiftly dealt with.
We also have more information. Before Stillhavity left, he gave an ominous few words, saying that he's going to be crashing a party.
A party?
Eve, Veritas looks over to you.
Nods to Veritas and looks back at the Blackstaff. Yes, we suspect that he may be referring to the Day of Wonders. And considering his abilities to animate inanimate objects, that has very grave implications for the constructs and inventions that might be displayed there.
That is troubling. Well, then I suppose your next assignment then is pretty clear. Warn the Temple of Gaunt about these troubling revelation. See to it that they take the proper measures.
Where is the Temple of God?
A few blocks north of here. Can't miss it. It's a tower made entirely out of cogs and gears.
Yeah, it's definitely not subtle.
Gazrakul, that sounds familiar to you.
Oh,
The temple itself, or
The description.
have we passed by it here, or just seen another one elsewhere?
No.
Huh.
You roll a history check. $17. A metal tower made of cogs and gears. You remember standing on a tower like that.
oh shit.
Oh no, is that where I saw the meeting of the minds, so to speak?
It is.
Oh. They're gonna share that fact when we leave.
As I assuming that we're taking our leave now. Unless there was something else we wanted to say.
We're on it.
We'll let you know if there is anything else we find.
Of course. Keep me informed.
Will do.
Okie dokie.
Oh, we don't think anyone's going to like this any more than we do, but one of the visions we had some time ago about Nistul, Mordenkainen, and Manchun
It wasn't that.
took place in a... Oh, it wasn't that one?
It-
No, that was where I might still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Where he gave you the
even
ring.
better. The vision where Stillhavity invaded our privacy took place upon a tower much as was described.
What? Atop the Temple of Gond.
If this tower is as they say, then yes.
Shite. Alright. Well, I guess that kind of confirms our suspicions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
Cause Rockwool. Back there. In the cave. Stillhavity mentioned that you had seen the place where Veritas's children are before. assuming he was talking about you, although we could have met Chelavi, but glancing at Chelavi, you said that you would have remembered. But looking back at Gazrakul, is it possible that he was referring to one of your visions?
It is possible, but we have been many places, and we have not seen these children. If we have seen where they are being kept, it does us no good without exact locations. Peering through the realms doesn't give any specifics.
If you're feeling generous, you could just tell us all the places near here that, preferably secret places that you've seen that we haven't.
It is a good idea, Bosch, but how to put this? There are places beyond imagining, between realms, that we do not even understand that we have seen. Without the words to even describe where this might have been, our observations can prove somewhat less than useful. Unless you've seen deserts made of glass and purple crystals flying through the sky.
Eve's eyes begin, shining curiously at this. Oh, that sounds fascinating.
The line between fascination and terror is a thin one in divination.
I'll bet. She looks no less fascinated.
So, Bosch, unless you have a place in mind, perhaps on the road from Silvery Moon to the left, we cannot say for sure what Stilhavity's referencing. We'd put our money on Chelavi lying, though.
Yeah, well, I think that's a losing bet, but
If we had bet
I was
sooner,
thinking-
we would have already won.
oh,
Let's not get into all that shit. Sorry. Was more thinking he knew of places in Waterdeep maybe that are secret, like maybe held by the Zenturium, or he might be holding people. It seemed like he put against you and tried to make sure all those guys were dead or running away. Yeah, I mean, a desert made of glass with purple flying stuff. Sounds pretty cool. We can't really get there.
And as we are not from Waterdeep, we know very little of the local resources at our disposal still, due to the conflicts that the local branch finds themselves in. Not only with the traders of Manchun, but with this Xanathar creature that was hinted at. And then there's the Brigand d'Air, who still waits upon our visitation.
right. Turning to Veritas. I just had a thought. Veritas. I might be misremembering, but I feel like you mentioned at one point, a long, long time ago, are clutches generally visible to the naked eye before they are mature? Was there something about the ethereal plane wrapped up in all that?
DM, I believe that it's not wrapped up. It is purely visible.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why, but I remembered because we were talking about the phase spiders,
These spiders' eggs are in the ethereal plane.
and then we were talking about Veritas's clutch, and something about them having a similarity. But I guess I'm misremembering.
The only thing I can think of is that Veritas requested that a illusion spell be placed on the cave entrance to keep the
That's correct.
clutch hidden.
Right, that might be what I'm thinking of.
We may have
No.
had flippant conversations about phase spiders and Veritas's children putting each other out.
Yeah.
Out of character.
They're normal. You can see them. They wouldn't be in the ethereal plane.
Okay. Alright, never mind. Well, for now, let's go on what leads we've got. And we'll be tracking more down as we go.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you know I like to just throw out ideas and see what sounds crazy. This Xanathar guy, if he's kind of wants business as usual, or, you know, try to keep his criminal empire going, you think he would want to maybe stop the city from getting destroyed?
We know little of whoever this is, only that they have been mentioned as another player in the great game for control of the city's underworld. The motivations of the criminally inclined do not always line up with those of the greater good.
We kind of noticed. Okay, so that sounds like a maybe. We have higher priorities then.
For now. But we may know more when we speak to the Brigadier and this captain who so patiently waits.
Right.
I mean, like I kind of mentioned, I think, a while ago. I don't know if Jarlaxle's like good guy. But, that really bad version of reality, he was kind of a lot to keep things together. I think maybe he can be a good guy.
Well, either way, he's got connections that we could definitely use. And we do have something that could sway him to our cause. But first, Temple of Gond.
Full of God.
Right. Let's go.
Oh God.
All right. Begin heading towards the Temple of Gond. It's but a few blocks away. But even before you fully arrive there, you start to see it glistening against the now starting to set sun. And as you turn the corner down Shark Street, you see this.
Mm.
And Eve, you would know this, but the Temple of Gond actually has a more official name, known as the House of Inspired Hands.
Mm. He grins up at it and starts walking backwards, looking at everyone like a tour guide. And here we have the House of Inspired Hands. Beauty, isn't it?
Berkeley Tower.
That too.
But yes, you lead everyone up to the tower, and you find yourself in front of a gate. What do you do?
It's in front of a gate.
There's a gate in front of you.
Veritas raises up the Star Staff.
Eve, like, tries to jump high enough to reach his arm and pull it down. Let's hold off on that for the moment, maybe. Is there anyone in sight beyond the gate or around the gate?
Nope.
Well,
You do hear
Try yelling.
you do hear sounds coming from inside, the sounds of whirring and banging.
Is anyone home?
Eve will just start walking up to the gate.
You walk up to the gate.
Glances around for any sort of mechanisms.
You see a handle.
She pulls it.
It's locked.
She pushes it.
It's still locked.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Is there evidence of perhaps doorbell or a little like bell pull to make a bell ring?
You do see what looks to be some sort of rope attached to somewhere.
This looks promising. I'll pull on the rope.
You pull on it. You hear a series of whirs and clicks, and eventually you hear this loud gong.
Well, that did something.
Guess try it again.
Give it a minute.
You eventually hear what sounds like some more whirring and clicking, and eventually the gate swings open.
Hey,
And you
neat.
see a dragonborn greet you. Kind of opening it up a little bit, slightly cracking it. Can I help you?
Yeah. You got sent over on business from the Black Staff.
Oh my, the black staff.
Yeah. Important information.
Yes, is there a chance that we might speak to whomever is in charge?
They are rather busy right now, but I can deliver your message.
Eve glances at this person.
Uh-huh.
How seriously are they taking this urgent message?
Roll an insight. They seem to be taking you seriously.
Okay. Well, sure, we can leave a message, I suppose. It is very important. Shall we share this with you right here? Glancing around.
Yes, it might be a little hard to hear inside. Most of our priests are hard at work for the coming event.
Yes, that is kind of what we needed to speak with you about. We have just received information that strongly suggests that the Day of Wonders is going to come under attack. Specifically, the creations of your temple
Oh my.
and any other constructs that are present. We have strong reason to believe that they are going to be sabotaged. In such a way that they will, in such a way that they will be used to harm the bystanders at that event.
Yep.
Now that sounds...
Hey, Max.
That's awful. Yeah, what's up?
Indeed. The Force Grey, is that supposed to be like a secretive thing, or is that members of it will let people know that they're members of it?
They're not exactly... They themselves aren't a secret, but it's not common for them to sort of... Force Grey is an adventuring guild. Whilst you are under the orders of the Open Lord and the Blackstaff, you technically don't have any actual policing power.
Mm-hmm. Right. We weren't specifically told to keep it on the down low, though, were we?
You were not. You were told to stay out of trouble.
Right.
Take that as you will.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering the fact that this particular mission was a direct order, I think we're good. And Eve will just casually just flick out her Force Grey badge and mention, yes, and we were just ordered by the Blackstaff herself to come and share this information with you specifically so that your temple could take the necessary precautions and act accordingly.
Oh.
Puts it away. So it is extremely important that whomever is capable of taking those precautions gets this message as quickly as possible. I know that this event is coming rather quickly.
It is. Well, very well. I will make sure that it is known. We will take proper precautions. Bless our creations with better protections.
I'm not entirely sure that the typical protections will be of the usual effect in this case. This is not really your typical method of sabotage or possession. Glances back at everyone.
Miss Eve is right about that. It is this form is... Veritas is trying to assemble the right words as he looks back.
Dragonborn, what are you called?
I just had it.
So busy, I don't remember my name.
Oh, yes, my name is Valletta.
Good. We wanted to know so that way when we take the time later to ask Gond how they allowed such a short-sighted journeyman crafter into their priesthood who doesn't understand the meaning or the urgency of a message.
I assure you I do understand your urgency and wanting to warn us, but this is kind
You're
of
worried
our
about a
thing.
part of... Yes, indeed. And it sure would be a shame if it were to go awry in a spectacular fashion, in such a way that would discredit the Gond priesthood in Waterdeep and abroad for decades. We simply suggest that however closely you considered advising your superiors about looking into this matter, that you look even closer.
That's the word. Organic. A very powerful creature has been experimenting with special kind of blood that turns objects into horrific creatures.
Ah.
That should be something that you should prepare for.
The creature we are dealing with is a powerful mock, therefore objects specifically pose a great threat.
Well. Well, with this warning, granted it will greatly increase our work, but there is some protection magic that we may use to ward any forms of possession.
As we have mentioned, it is not your typical form of possession, it is more of a transmutative effect. Not necessarily even achieved through typical magical means is the issue here. So please do ensure that that particular information is conveyed. By the way, what is the name of the person who is in charge of this particular temple?
That would be Master Nim.
Master Nim. Okay?
Nim.
Then yes, please do see to it that this information is conveyed to Nim in its entirety, and we will likely be checking back in with Nim at a later date just to ensure that everything is squared away.
Of course. I will let Nim know right away. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
Is your temple open to the public or not?
Usually it is, but given how much work is being done for the Day of Wonders, we have had to close our doors temporarily. Eve, roll a history check.
Yeah, has that ever happened before?
$13. You don't quite remember not being a worshiper of God yourself.
Oh, then what are all of the worshippers of gone to do to make their typical traditions and prayers and?
Well, there are other smaller temples. There is, of course, the shrine that is down the street. The one that place that worship is all the gods. What was it called?
Yes,
Holy Hands or something like that? And of course, they may worship in their own homes. It is merely a 10-day that we usually close, just for the crunch time.
Right. All right. Well then, I suppose that will conclude our business for now. Make sure that your security is tight in your temple, just in case, particularly in the roof area. Yes? Watching their face closely as she mentions the roof.
The roof. I can do that. Although upstairs is where Master Nim usually works.
Even more of a reason.
Indeed. Must make sure that they are staying safe as well in this dangerous time.
Think should probably watch out for invisible things.
Yes. The beings that we are discussing can sometimes operate on levels that are unseen by the typical eye.
All right.
Probably
Okay.
like if you can change your plans and show off any like pillow or cushion technology, it'd be better.
I am afraid that we deal mostly in metal.
That might be tough, making a metal pillow. I'm sure you can do it.
Right.
Anyway, we will leave you to your important preparations. So, yes, thanks for your time. We'll be checking back in.
Okay. Have a good day. And she starts to close the gate.
Okay, bye.
As we're walking away, Eve will just say quietly to the others, was it just my imagination? I really don't know, but I feel like she was a little bit dismissive. Am I imagining that? Especially at the end there. It felt
Such a
kind of
trait.
like someone dealing with like a door-to-door salesman or something.
Such an attitude is common amongst the mediocre middle management of many temples, mid-level priests, journeymen, artificers, as we said. But we'll be back.
Yes, it's also quite unsettling that apparently the temple leadership is located up there by the roof.
Yeah.
especially with it being the Temple of God. As they said, they work mostly with metal, and all the greatest weapons of war that are not magic happen to be made of metal as well.
Most of them, anyways.
Um, hmm. What is, in general, like, what is Gond all about aside from, like, artificers and invention?
Well, they're about inspiration and creativity as well.
Hmm. Okay, okay. I mean, followers have gone. Their ideals, their beliefs, they're very good hearted at the core. Inspiration, creativity, all things that are the lifeblood of progress. I would hate to. Well, I would hate for anything to happen to their creations, first off, but I would hate even more to suspect anything of them. But you guys don't think that there's a chance that this Nim person might be aware of what's going on, or at least of Stillhavity's presence to you? I mean, if he just hangs out on top of that tower at sometimes, like, surely someone would notice that, right?
Suspect everyone and everything. But we must also caution against leaning too deeply into such vision. Even we, as the one having the vision and being practiced in divination, can sometimes be rather stumped by the half-truths and maddening pathways wondering about the visions can bring.
That's true, that's true. Not all of your visions make sense anyway. Glancing briefly over at Jellaby and then away. Alright, well, let's not think too deeply into it then. But in any case, warning delivered, we should probably double check with this Nim person at some later date, just in case, But yeah, there's that done.
Veritas agreed. Veritas also just suggests you get better prepared for coming festival.
Looking
Good
over at
call.
Bosch, and
Do you think you need anything else for battle, Bosch? It's that last fight with the Bloods got me thinking that one bad situation and everything starts to fall apart.
Yeah, that can happen. We can look around for what kind of stuff we can buy. I figure with the new weapon here, got space in my other hand for a shield. Probably make me a little better.
Even better, Bosch. This fancy belt we have found, we'd be happy to provide it to you as friend in exchange for something of commensurate value. You know, an exchange between friends.
Why do you say friends so creepily?
We're not used to having them.
Oh,
You know what? That makes perfect sense. what we're gonna have to do, if we're gonna do that, is we'll have to do something as friends. You and me. Something that friends do, like play a card game, or I don't know, we get ice cream.
Ice cream, ice cream.
But Bosh, we've killed
like
so
that.
many living creatures together. Is that not what friends do?
Friends can do that, but let's do something normal. Hey, what kind of stuff do you like to do anyway?
Well, that is a good question. Most of our hobbies probably do not align. There's a lot that can be done in the desert that cannot be done in an urban environment, and vice versa. Perhaps you would like to pick the venue for this bonding experience.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Well, we got time. We can figure something out.
Eve, you got good recommendations?
Oh, well, there's loads to do here in Waterdeep.
Oh,
Pretty
this is
much
the
anything
City
you can think
Splendors,
of.
right?
Exactly. Could even just go around sightseeing if you wanted. Explore. Sometimes getting lost is the easiest way to find yourself.
So we should
In
get
our-
lost?
Sure.
In our experience with you all, something terrible always happens when one of you gets lost.
But if we all get lost?
Veritas begins to walk away to get lost.
Oh no,
The
wait, come
danger
back.
is magnified.
Oh gods, what have I done? Veritas, no, wait.
Are we supposed to get lost?
Maybe not right now. It's we're still a bit beat up. Maybe a different time. Besides, we still have stuff to do. Weren't you talking about us going shopping for things?
Yeah. I thought we were having bonding moment. Also, Veritas, rebound. Feeling way better. Huh. Woo.
Kind of making a few poses.
Insight check.
Good luck. Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Huh.
Oh.
This is an
I don't know how I feel about
this is
that.
an interesting situation.
Okay.
The nat 1 is somehow higher than my low roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'll say on that?
Hmm.
So Eve.
Mhm.
Veritas, he changes on a dime. Sometimes he acts completely silly, sometimes he gets serious, the way that he moves. And this energetic, vibrant Veritas that you see in front of you, you can tell that he is forcing himself, that there is still this underlying form of just anger there. When you remember, kind of similar to when the same feeling that when Still Havity showed up in the cave, he was shaking visibly and about ready to unleash a barrage of spells onto him, but holding himself back.
She will just kind of glance up at him knowingly and be like,
Well, that's great to hear that you're good, Veritas, but just so you know, it's okay to not be okay, you know?
Kind of like the happy smile and like the boisterous pose kind of fading a little bit. We need to keep our spirits up, and it's only gonna get rougher from here.
Well, not if we have anything to say about it. We're gonna make things right, but in the meantime, we're gonna be there for each other. No matter what. Alright?
glancing back at everyone else.
Right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yo,
Yes.
And I've still got Gauze on the hook for a friend activity. To figure out what it is first, but
Maybe some ice cream.
Always a good start.
hmm?
All right.
Well, where do we want to go from here?
Yeah, we have to do stuff. And again, Arnax didn't seem to think that I'd be able to him, but maybe if it is just down the street, again at the Temple of all the gods, see if we just see him hanging around.
Alright, sure, we can stop off there, see if we can track him down.
All right. You head on down the street and eventually make your way to the Holy Hands Temple. Looking around, unfortunately, you don't see any sign of the dwarf.
Dwarf, quote unquote.
The most dwarfest dwarf there was ever.
Do I? It's not a thing, right? To look through the features of that lance again. It doesn't give me draconic, it just means I can talk to Tia.
Telepathically, yes.
Oh no. Can understand and speak draconic while attuned to this weapon.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I'm just filing that away.
Okay, well, didn't work out so well.
It was worth a shot.
I mean, since we are in here, should we check out? Rond has a shrine here.
does.
If you
Then
give
are we-
us 10 minutes to pretend to pray, we can ask if this Nim is trustworthy.
Hmm. All right, that would be helpful, I think.
Why not?
Don't worry, I'll help you not look so suspicious.
Of course.
Yes, as you go over actually to the actual Shrine of God, you see that it is actually the most popular shrine here at the moment.
Mm. Mhm.
As you see quite a few people here in prayer and worship.
Gauze in their appearance as still every time they go back in the water deep, the human in the dark robes
Mm-hmm.
walks up and grabs one of the offerings that's already there to be used as a spell component.
Roll me a sleight of hand. 13. Alright. You swipe it
And then-
real fast.
They kneel at the altar and pretend to pray while ritual casting divination.
Alright.
Going through all the motions as if they were praying.
Alright. Does anyone do anything whilst this is being cast?
Veritas is going to mimic the praying that one of the other possible people are doing at that shrine to God.
Alright. And you're doing this to try and draw attention away from Gaz? Is that right?
Yes.
Then I would like a performance check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Inspiration strikes you as you go into a sermon.
By the holy body of inspiration and creativity! Gond! Come through!
Bosh and Eve, did you have something?
Bosch was going to go back to the shrine for Bahamut and pray for real.
Alright. Eve?
Eve is going to kind of watch from the doorway of the temple, the followers at the Gond shrine, and just kind of hang out and see if any of them leave at any point, so she might catch them on the way out.
During the 10 minutes, one person does start to leave.
Then, as they are exiting the temple, Eve will kind of be like, excuse me.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, I noticed that you were paying your tributes to Gond.
Oh, yes.
I saw earlier that the temple to Gond, the main one, it's shut down. Do you know if that happens usually?
No, it usually doesn't happen. But apparently this year's parade is having some higher demands, so they needed their full attention, or something like that. Which is a shame, really. I know a fair amount of us followers would gladly have helped them with this project, but They seem devoted to their inspiration. I'm certain that they'll explain themselves better once the parade is actually over.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's always a wondrous affair, as is the name. Do you, uh, do you and other followers of God ordinarily go in and help out with that, or is it usually just specifically the clergy there?
Well, usually it is called upon us to act upon the inspiration that strikes us, and well, usually the clergy is more than willing to let us join.
But not this year?
No, more than likely, I assume just something they want to keep as a surprise for the actual ceremony.
Huh. Interesting. Do you remember this ever happening before? Anything else they've surprised everyone with?
Well, there was the mechanical dragon turtle.
Hmm?
Yes, Big Belchy. It didn't go terribly well. It sank in the harbor.
Oh no. That's a shame. But that was one that they wanted to surprise everyone with, right? So they didn't let people in for that one either?
No, but, well, they built that one off-site.
Oh, really?
Yes, in the bay.
Interesting. Well, I guess we can look forward to whatever they're cooking up for this year then. Should be something big. Hopefully it goes better than old Belchy.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for your time. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you. To you as well. May inspiration find you.
You as well.
All right.
Eve looks troubled as they walk away.
And as that conversation ends, Gazrakul, your spell goes off. What would you like to ask?
God, master of inspiration and creation. This one comes before you to ask if Master Nim, or the House of Inspired Hands as a whole, been compromised by forces that wish it and the city ill.
You get the reply that the one worshipper known as Nim is not in the city of Waterdeep. That's it.
Alrighty. They get up, turn around, and
By the inspiration that has been vested, I say to all of you, Praise God.
As he kind of finishes up the sermon with a clap that reverberates around the temple.
They somewhat hurriedly walk away from whatever Veritas is doing.
There is a small round of applause for your impassioned sermon.
Is a bow and leave stage right.
Gauze walks towards the exit and kind of just lingers, waiting for everyone else to gather up.
Eve will wander over to them when they're all done.
All right.
Name for Bosch. Finish up prayers and wander towards the exit.
All right. Is there anything in particular you wish to have in your prayer?
I mean, Bosch is still working out how this works, so it'll probably be like,
Ed, checking back in with you. Came back here to find Oradax, but pretty sure that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, so far, and it looks like he's gone. Probably going to be used for some horrible plan. Hope that's a message that can get to you. Doing our best to try to keep people safe.
that's about it.
All right. Roll a religion check for me, Bosch.
At disadvantage, of course, because I'm exhausted. $13.
Okay. You all reconvene in front of the Holy Hands. Holy Hands?
Holy hands?
Holy Hands, yes.
That sounds right.
Oh, Wally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy.
Wow, you really got in there, Veritas.
I
Didn't know you were such an eloquent speaker like that. Nice presentation.
I wanted to cover for Ghazi, but I kind of really got lost in it. It's actually very enjoyable.
Lovely. Gazrakul, did you have any luck?
From the mouth of the god themselves, Master Nim is not even in Waterdeep.
What? Ah!
And as the old saying goes, when the jackals are away, the desert mice will play. Whoever is running the temple, it is not Master Nim.
Shite. That lines up with what I found out as well. I didn't remember myself because I'm ironically not a worshipper of God directly. But I spoke with someone who was worshipping here, and they let me know that this is not normal for the temple to be closed down like that. The only time they remember that happening before was when they wanted to surprise the city of Waterdeep with a particularly grand-scale, big invention. Normally, any worshippers of God are welcome and called upon to go in and help out with the preparations for the festival, but now they are actively being prevented from doing so. this information about Nim. That's exceedingly suspicious.
Very shady.
Okay, this is bad. This is very bad.
So, we should be trying to get into the House of Inspired Hands.
We can add it to the docket.
I feel like maybe we should report this back to the Black Staff. Just because if we try and bust in there ourselves or sneak in and we get caught, I feel like that would fall under the heading of making trouble that she warned us not to do.
Yeah.
But if it prevents more trouble, doesn't it cancel it out?
True. But hopefully we can at least get her blessing to make the trouble before we actually go make it.
If there was only a way that we could, like, look inside there or listen without being there.
Oh my gosh! Genius! Bosh, you're so smart!
Am? I
Yes!
think I was.
I can totally do that. Well, how tall is the tower?
The House of Inspired Hands?
Yeah,
Um,
I need to check the range on this one spell.
let's see, it's about 3-4 stories in height. So
Oh, it's probably definitely less than a mile, right?
almost certainly. Hell, I think you're still within a mile of it from here.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, you're like
Casually drop a drone in there.
you're like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
You're like 2 blocks away.
Oh, we did just warn them about looking out for invisible things.
You sh-
I'm sure it's fine. She was really dismissive. She probably didn't even let anyone know about that.
There's already so many people trying to scry in there that she won't even notice.
I wonder if it'll even be possible.
Indeed. How can this person tell Master Nim without Nim being here?
Shite.
I mean, they can tell whoever is there.
Oh no. Something clicks. Alright, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look right now from right here. And Eve will. Oh shit, wait. How many spells have I used? Damn it, I'll have to upcast it.
Wait, what level of spell is it?
Third.
Does Bosch have something?
You see Eve like scrunching her face up in annoyance. Wish I hadn't spent so much magical juice back down there.
Let's give this a shot, and if I can recharge things a little bit. Maybe.
You get a second level spell slot back.
Oh, thank you, Bosch.
Doesn't do a whole lot, but
Yeah, not in this particular instance, but it might come in handy later.
Might as well hand that all around. There you go, Gosrock. Cool. This is not our friend activity.
Ah,
I'll take it though.
Veritas.
damn it!
Veritas actually didn't have any of those spell slots used.
Oh my god.
Then you would take the next lowest.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has full on first, second, and third.
Oh my god.
Well,
do you want to quickly turn one into sorcery points?
I will turn my first level into a sorcery point to get back up to full.
Oh my god.
well,
So sorry.
I like how Eve's the only one who didn't get that third level slot.
amazing.
Oh well, nevertheless, Eve is going to cast Clairvoyance at 4th level. And try and see into the area that was pointed out as being where Nim operates from in the tower.
Okay, clairvoyance.
Do you want me to post it to the...
Okay. So you place the sensor inside of the place you suspect the place where that she was mentioning for Master Nim, correct? Okay. And which are you choosing? Sight or hearing?
I'm gonna go with... See, I feel like hearing would probably be very useful, but on the off chance that it's just super loud clanking, I'm gonna do sight.
Alright. You do sight. And you see an interesting sight. You see an individual hard at work in a large workshop at the top of this tower. You see different various bits of metal and schematics strewn across the place. On one corner, you actually see a balcony that leads out into a very lovely view of the city. But you see an individual working very hard on a very large construct of some kind.
What do they look like? The individual.
Well, that's just the really interesting part. Because you recognize them.
Oh, fuck.
They're quite familiar to you.
I fucking... Wait, what? Wait, who is it?
Hold on. Well, I mean, I want to put their picture up because they've such
I'm so ready to be outraged.
such great art.
Oh no. Wait, what?
You look and you see someone that you didn't know that they were handy like that. You see Haskell Kench.
What?
You see Haskell Kench.
Oh, everyone who is around Eve at this point just sees her mouth drop open and her distant eyes just widen. What the... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. What does it look like she's working on?
A very large construct. Huge, one would say.
When we were in Silver Rock, there weren't any constructs or anything that we saw, were there?
Nope.
Does it look like humanoid or like?
It does have the general shape of a humanoid, yes.
Hmm. Okay.
One thing you do notice, they don't seem to have Ezrit with them.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Eve is gonna keep clairvoyance up until it expires. Let me see how long that is. $10. She's gonna keep that up for the full 10 minutes, but meanwhile, she's gonna be just quietly muttering to everyone else. So this is weird. This is really weird. That's. There's someone in there. It's not this Nim person. It's fucking Haskell Kench. And she's working on this big construct. And I didn't even know she could build. I don't see Ezruit on her either.
You've never seen Ezrit in human form. Humanoid.
Veritas, you said that. Wait, can I hear? I can hear everyone, right?
You can hear everyone, you just can't see them, right?
Right. Veritas, you said that when you reached out to Ezruit's mind that they were more than a little gone, weren't they?
They tortured and pain, so something that was broken down. Still, Ezra still would respond and say things, but didn't feel like Ezra had a mind of his own.
I see.
Would someone like to explain what a Haskell Kench is?
Oh, shite, that was before you were. Oh, right. Yeah, someone want to fill Khazra Cool in while I'm watching to see if she interacts with anyone.
She was a vamp. Was she specifically a Damphir, or was she more of a...
She was a Damphir, and I feel like Gaz Rakul has met Haskell once. Right? Didn't Gaz join the party when you guys went to go save Virgil?
I was, but that was early on, and he didn't get much context while they were there, except we've got to get our vampire buddy out, and then we very quickly got our vampire buddy out.
Right.
Haskell was working with us, though, wasn't she?
She was. And when you got back to Bryn Shander, she left. That was...
Right, she was actually briefly in the Wandering Weasel with us.
Correct. Mm-hmm. She left sometime during your long rest, and that is actually the last time you saw her.
Okay, we're going with Goss. Still never got the name.
That's fair. That's fair. It was truly a brief moment with Haskell, but...
That is some damn nice art, though.
Thank you.
Anime as fuck.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. I steal well.
There's an art form into that.
I do admit, when you said you mentioned really nice art, I thought you were totally trolling us, and it was going to be Amaranth.
I know, me too.
That, oh man.
Yeah, my suspicion was that it was Amaranth or Torvald, and that Max was just totally fucking with me.
Okay, Eve's fake parents have to die.
You have chosen death.
So why is this individual in the Temple of God?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, I'd like to know that too.
Doesn't make any sense.
Even more so, are they a threat that must be dealt with?
She's definitely a threat. We know that for certain, but I would like more context as to what she's doing here. To know that for sure. She has worked with us briefly in the past, although she's certainly not a nice person by any means, and is more than a little bit of a monster.
Well,
Also, she uses a mock as a weapon. And if we do fight her, no weak spells even touch her. She has this sort of barrier against them.
Which
well,
makes her especially dangerous for people like us.
Eve also uses a mock as a weapon, and I don't think she's quite monstrous yet.
It's a little different.
They changed Ezeret. The Kenches. It seemed
Well, perhaps the quickest way to the root of this mystery is to simply pop up and ask.
I don't know if that's a great idea. She has definitely tried to kill us multiple times in the past and very nearly succeeded at one point.
If we let things go on, something horrible is gonna happen, Eve.
I know I'm not saying we should let things go on. I'm just saying that the direct, friendly approach might not be the way to go here. Might have to
Would it
think
make
of
sense?
something else.
Would it make sense to find out what's going on in Silver Rock? It seemed like she was concerned about, like getting rid of her parents and the ruler there.
Yeah, last we knew, her parents were probably trying to hunt her down as well as Virgil. What is she doing here? Is she
This might
trying to weaponize Gon's followers' creations as a weapon against her parents? Maybe.
Well, Gon's creations being weaponized is nothing new. But if we're going to have to kill this individual, we'd prefer to do it before this construct is finished.
then, even if it's like hardly finished, I feel like it might be dangerous to bust in there, because what if she can still turn it on even if it's not all the way ready?
Then
Yeah.
we will throw it out the window.
Even if she can't, there's still the issue that, well, if she doesn't have Ezruit on her, then spells should still be able to have an effect.
Correct me if
there any
I'm wrong,
chance-
Max, but when we did fight Heskel way back, wasn't it like a weird amulet thing that she had on her chest?
no. It was a gemstone that had been implanted into Ezeret.
It was coming from Ezeret, okay.
It's this ruby red gem on a blade of crooked, jagged teeth.
The last time that we saw her, I mean, Veritas, were still working on making humanoid form. It hasn't been that long, and you were working kind of hard on it. Might be kind of paranoid, but what if the person we talked to was Ezeret?
I thought about that as well, but she seemed very, I don't know, mild-mannered, put together, down to earth. A bit dismissive, sure, but I don't know, I feel like someone as tortured and broken as Ezruit, would they be able to pull off a performance like that?
God, what happened? It's a city being destroyed by.
Oh god! It's happening!
Sorry.
Welcome to the city of Ezeret.
Just a reminder of what Ezeret looks like.
We are in the darkest timeline.
Veritas, do you think you would be able to sense Ezruit nearby if you were looking out for him?
I do have a way, but I had to be close. I'm
Perhaps
more
if
worried
not
about all
direct. Go ahead.
more worried about all of you.
looking out of you.
I'm feeling alright, but today has been quite taxing, especially on Bosch.
Indeed. Perhaps we should rest, and if we don't want to do an immediate confrontation, we can meet with the Pirate Lord and then sneak into this individual's workshop at night.
You're assuming that she's not going to be there working at night.
Well, it's more likely that the rest of the priesthood won't be around, so if a confrontation does take place, there are fewer ears to listen in.
You would be surprised at the dedication of followers of Gone to their work, but that's a fair point, I guess.
We're not above frying a few artificers to make an omelette.
All right, let's not. They have nothing to do with this, more likely than not.
They let her in. And if
I'm-
there is some greater conspiracy afoot, then more than one are complicit.
I'm certain that they didn't know who she was, or else they never would have done such a thing.
Ozzy, you just want some more human blood.
It doesn't have to be human. We'd settle for that dragonborn.
What
Has
time of the day
anything-
is it?
It is heading into evening now. The sun is
Okay.
setting.
Has anything changed in the room while this conversation has gone on, or has it just been her working the whole time?
It looks like she's just working on it, although roll me an Arcana check. $18. You watch Heskel work on this machine, and you realize that what she's specifically doing is like applying some kind of oil to it. and applying quite a bit of it to it. You don't know much about mechanical stuff, but it seems like a bit much.
Everyone sees Eve squinting her eyes as though that's going to help increase her vision. Oh, fuck. Man, I wish Chilpa was here. That looks like a lot of oil. Surely he'd know if that's normal or not. Is she applying it just like all over the construct or just in one specific spot or?
All over.
That doesn't seem normal. It just looks like a clear oil.
Roll a perception check. Because you can't move the sensor.
No.
But with a soft 20, it is not clear. It looks like a kind of dark, brackish, almost reddish kind of color.
Does it look similar to the stuff that almost killed us just a minute ago?
It's darker.
Darker. I mean, blood darkens as it is exposed to air longer? Question mark. Guys, she's putting something all over the construct. It's reddish, dark reddish, darker than the dragon's blood mixed with Stillhavity's blood that we saw earlier, but that's gotta be blood of some type, right? Stillhavity's, maybe? Just mixed with something different?
Okay, now
Does that
this is
mean
a
that
problem.
Yeah, does that mean that she's actively working with him?
We were already suspecting someone was, or something was working with Stillhavity.
Shite.
We'll find out soon enough.
Okay, well, now we have a lot of information to go on and a lot of information to bring back to the Black Staff if we deem it necessary. I think that's pretty necessary, don't you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she's probably going to be like, wow, you people just don't leave me alone, but I mean, it's pretty important, right?
I mean, with the city at risk, this seems pretty necessary.
Has it been the full 10 minutes yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all see Eve, like, blink a few times hard, and then her eyes just focus back on everyone. Alright, well, I'm glad that we got that information. Good call on that, Bosch. Pats Bosch on the arm.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, that changes our priorities a bit. Shall we go straight back to the Blackstaff Tower? Or do you want to stop off elsewhere first?
We should report back, but also we should prepare ourselves, gear up. If we have to deal with Ezra, I won't be that useful.
A good rest will also be crucial.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to do any confrontations with her tonight, or I don't think any of us would make it out. But it will be good to be ready for it when it does happen. So, Blackstaff first, then shopping, then rest.
Yes.
Sense to me. Yeah.
All right. Heading on back.
We run back.
Heading on back to the Blackstaff Tower. The evening slowly descends into night as you arrive at the Blackstaff Tower. Guard looks up. Back already, huh? Pushes the button.
Mid getting the staff ready, but seeing as there's no need.
Thanks, sorry.
It's no problem. And you head up back to the office of the Blackstaff.
Knock, knock.
Enter.
Veritas opens the door.
Oh, hello again.
We have more urgent news.
More?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of a lot. But this is really important, so we immediately undertook our mission to inform the House of Gond about this troubling news that we learned. And, well, when we got there, the temple was closed down to the public, which is apparently unusual, but they do it occasionally when they want to surprise people with something big. But after some reconnaissance, it turns out that the person who was supposed to be in charge there was not even in the city. And in that person's place, there's a figure that we have met before, named Haskell Kench. Have you heard of her?
Kench. Like the ones that rule Silver Rock?
Correct. The daughter of the rulers there. From what we have learned in the past, she currently is on bad terms with her parents. Like, they're actively, probably trying to hunt her down and kill her. So, seems like there's a power struggle at work there. But I saw her in the head priest's office in there, working on some large construct and applying what looked like blood to it. Considering what we know of Stilhabity, this is strong evidence that she is directly working with him.
And the working out of the Gone Temple?
It seems like
The
it.
top.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the followers of Gond at the temple know anything about this. We spoke with someone who agreed to deliver our message, our warnings to Nim, but as we saw, Nim isn't even there. That would imply that either that one follower, what was her name, fellas?
Forgot.
Yeah.
Kazrakul, you're the one who asked for it, right?
Vela, Velum, Vel, something along
I
those
feel like it
lines.
started with an H. Anyway, the particular follower that we spoke with, this implies that either she is aware of what's going on, or Haskell is somehow disguising herself as this Nim person. So we're not entirely sure which one is the case, but regardless, it seems that we have a mole.
That is troubling.
And a very, very powerful one, I might add. We've had run-ins with her before, and, well, she is extremely formidable.
Too much for you?
The last time we had a run-in with her was some time ago. I think we've grown in experience quite a bit since then, but well, if you give the word, we will do our best.
It also
it-
probably isn't just her.
Yeah,
I mean, if she's just applying unk to that construct, then it's probably just about ready to go.
it didn't look quite finished.
Well,
I don't know.
I would like for it to be dealt with before it is. I know that you had just got done with dealing with what was going on in the bay, but eliminating as many of Still Havity's followers will increase our chances when the day actually comes.
If we could perhaps ask for a small escort to remove the issue of whether or not the Gondite priesthood is or is not complicit, at the very least to keep them out of our way while we deal with this individual.
No need for more casualties.
Alright, I can send a few guards with you. They'll be able to detain anyone that gets in your way as you deal with the real threats.
That would be greatly appreciated.
We were also planning on quickly restocking on supplies and equipment.
In preparation to maybe carry out this conflict at dawn tomorrow. Although if she's that close to finishing, this is concerning. But we did just barely survive that encounter earlier, and we are certainly not in prime condition for a great battle at the moment.
Understood. Kind of looks over you. Is there anything else that I could do for you? Any weaknesses of this Kench that can be exploited?
She seemed pretty good against magic. I feel like we didn't really notice a weakness. Her parents are trying to hunt her down and kill her. But there's that. I don't know that we want to help them any.
I'd rather avoid getting.
Kind of terrible.
I'd avoid getting Kenches involved.
Yeah. Certainly the biggest obstacle is, well, she has an ally that can absorb spells, which makes fighting her a very tricky proposition for mages.
I see.
But I'm not certain that we have a way of getting around that. Although we didn't see that ally, I'm certain that they're nearby. I don't suppose you have any suggestions?
Unfortunately not. Not with...
No way, she's kind of like Virgil. You guys remember any way that Virgil had weaknesses?
Virgil was really moody.
Yes, displays of kindness were his greatest weakness.
I recall that being Heskel's as well.
Maybe we can provoke her into breaking down emotionally.
It would probably have been easier if Virgil was still here, but...
We kind of tried that once, but I know that we knew the buttons to push. We're back in the dinner party.
Yeah.
Kind of came off like assholes.
Yeah, well, sometimes such things are necessary for the greater good.
Yeah.
Well,
Does involving the Kenches, but involving the other vampire courts, Buzz? Just spitting out crazy ideas.
Involve vampires?
I don't know.
well, the Kenches are themselves one of the vampire courts, so... And from what I understand, not very favorably looked upon by the others.
I guess it's kind of far to have Eschatel involved here.
In any case, Lady Blackstaff, I don't know if there's anything specific that you can help with at this time, but if we think of something before we bust in there tomorrow, I guess we'll let you know.
Alright. Well, keep me posted and I will assemble a contingent of guard to go with you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Very well. And please get some rest. You've gotten a little bit so far, but honestly, you look terrible. Especially you, looking at Bosch. Look like you're about to pass out.
Long day.
Yes.
Okay. We'll do that, and we'll try not to bother you again today.
Well, I hope not. You're running out of today.
Oh dear, I guess we are. Okay,
To the
fellas.
shop!
Yes.
Hi-ho!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright. You leave Blackstaff Tower. And you wish to... engage in some commerce?
Economy.
What exactly are you looking for?
Bosch needs a new shield. Or a shield,
Really?
I should say.
Okay. Well, a regular shield is not hard to find.
Well,
I mean, I think I would try to find a regular shield.
Alright, regular shield. I don't have the player's handbook open.
Should we restock on healing potions? We use a few.
I handed you one, but I don't think you used it.
I did not use one. Actually, did we even use one?
I feel like we did.
Because I still have one. I just have one healing potion on me.
I think I used mine.
Do you still have some?
I don't see it.
Then possibly making
Oh wait,
sure
I do,
that
I do.
Okay. At the very least, everyone should have one healing potion, just in case.
Eve is also gonna be in the market for some more battle practical attire. She's gonna be looking for some armor. Some studded leather.
Normal studded leather?
I mean, unless she can find anything cooler.
Well, cooler might be a little bit harder to find on account of it getting quite late.
Wonder if Aetherius has anything. He's dead. He doesn't sleep.
Alright. But a shield is 10 gold pieces, and studded leather is 45 gold pieces.
Done and done.
Yeah, and for now we'll just she'll just grab that.
Alright.
Alright.
And as for healing potions, someone roll me a d20.
A D20. Hiya! 16.
Okay. Amongst the various shops in the market that are still open, there are 5 potions of healing still available. Each going for 50 gold apiece.
Well, Veritas will buy 3 of them because he has the gold and then some.
We're loaded now. Also, wasn't Veritas broke when we first set out to deal with the fish?
Yes, he was completely broke. Now he is the opposite of that.
Get rich quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is anybody not holding a healing potion right now?
I've got 2.
Veritas has 4. He can give some out.
I have one.
Okay. I think we should just get this anyway. So yeah, let me have the last 2.
100 gold for 2 healing potions.
Alright. Anything else you are all looking for?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. That was my main concern.
Alright.
Guys didn't want any scrolls or anything?
I think for now we're good.
When you copy spells, you have to sit down and take time for it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, for now I'm good.
Alright. So then I presume you are heading back to the inn to put up the magnificent mansion?
Yeah, Eve's gonna grab some new clothes on the way. As hers were mostly tattered and burned and all messed up from their many adventures throughout multiple planes. I'm pretty sure I recall using her cloak to put out fires in the Feywild.
I think I recall that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Still looks pretty good. Only kind of see scorch marks in a few places.
I feel like it'll pay to look a little bit more presentable now that we're actually working for the Blackstaff and all.
Probably true.
Alright. Pick up some new clothes, some new duds. They look quite nice.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I sure wish I could offer a reference image.
You just have to get to work on that.
Nope. I know she wishes she could share it.
Mm-hmm. I already finished one.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it's on my iPad,
Yeah.
which has been dead for like a week because my charging cable broke.
No.
Yeah. It is good. I can assure you, as the one other person that's seen it. It's pretty good. And
Just imagine something that looks really good.
Thank you. I'll
could-
describe it for you. Eve pops out of the clothing shop wearing her new studded leather and other attire, and it's like, whereas before she looked like a traveler, now she looks more like an adventurer. It's all in the colors that you would possibly recognize as the colors of the Waterdeep crest. All like dusky violets and blues, and on her belt you see the upside down pale yellow moon that's on the crest. But yeah, and she's got this nice like dark blue padded studded leather armor on it, and her hair is down and she's looking a little bit more confident. Okay, alright. Little bit more presentable, I think.
Indeed. But you all make your way to the inn to set up the magnificent mansion to bed down for the night. And unless there's any more that we wish to cover, you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
Hey.
I require Bosch to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Is this before or after the long rest?
Before.
Oh.
Okay. And guys are
I'd
cool.
still-
And guys are cool. You know the drill. At this point,
Alright, let's see what we've got.
roll your porins. Choose your favorite. The other one's a 7.
Well, the 6 is a 7.
At the end of the session, Eve wanted to scry on Haskell, and whilst was able to record the encounter, forgot to record the setup for it. Here is that. You listen to the conch, listen deep and well, and you hear some soft breathing and what sounds to be a rattle of chain. You hear a door open. And you hear Haskell's voice. Come to check in on me? Haven't you taken enough? And you hear a response. Also Heskel's voice.
Oh my god.
Just wanted to let you know your friends are on the way. I think they'll be here tomorrow. I'm certain it's going to be fun. See you tomorrow. You hear the door close and chains rattle. And that is all.